Et salut à tous, c'est parti pour la suite de MGS 2. Et si tout va bien, la fin. Donc, je vais reprendre normalement, si tout va bien, là où je m'étais arrêté la dernière fois, vu que j'ai dû faire une save. Allez. Ok, load. Load. Parfait. Et j'en étais... Ah oui. J'en étais là. Donc j'avais délivré le... Enfin, délivré. Il est mort le président du coup, mais j'avais parlé au président qui est décédé. Qu'au slot a tué. Et maintenant il va falloir avancer. Alors, je déteste ce passage, déjà parce que les touches elles sont mal foutues. L'endroit en lui-même est assez mal foutu aussi, je trouve. Et à moins de le connaître par cœur, c'est une horreur. Ouais, ça va, je suis au bel endroit. Oui, j'arrive pas à remonter. Faut que je remonte, canard. Ah, merci quand même. C'était temps.
Raiden, are you reading me? This is Otacon. What's your situation?
Wet and miserable. This place is flooded. The seawater that's been pumped up is pouring into the building.
I see. Listen, there's something I have to tell you about EE.
Don't worry about her. I'll get her out.
She's afraid of water.
What?
Yeah. When she was 6 years old, she almost drowned with my father in our swimming pool.
She can't swim?
Well, yes and no. We used to swim a lot together when we were kids. In fact, she swam like a fish until that day when she almost drowned. When the accident happened, I was in my room. I learned later that EE was calling me for help. She didn't doubt for a minute that I'd be there. You could see the pool from my room, but I didn't realize at the time that she needed my help.
What were you doing?
I was...
So Emma survived the ordeal.
Yeah, but my father didn't.
So you blamed yourself and left your family?
No. EE seems to believe that was the case. The fact is, I betrayed her.
And you think she can't swim because of the traumatic experience?
I haven't seen her since that day, but yes, I think so. I got a letter from Julie, her mother, after they moved back to England. In her letter, she mentioned that EE couldn't swim anymore, that she refused to even wear a bathing suit.
Damn, if she still can't swim, we're in trouble. Level B1 in the core is pretty much flooded.
Look,
Ah, si c'est que passablement, ça va.
overcome the trauma.
You want me to help her get over it?
Well, it's still gonna take some time to repair the Kamov.
Sorry, kid. Emma's rescue is up to you.
Thanks. An underwater mission. Well, this is a first. Look, I'll see what I can do.
I suggest that you drum the map of the building into your head, because you won't have time to look at it when you try to bring Emma out.
I'm counting on you, Raiden.
I covered most of the core when I had to take out the C4s. If there's anything you need to ask me, call me on the codec.
I'll do that.
Merde, non, c'est pas par là, c'est par là. Notez que selon la difficulté, il y a des trucs intéressants qui peuvent être récupérés dans l'eau. Mais ouais, voilà quoi. Ah. Notamment le PSG1 tranquillisant, mais je l'ai déjà. Et je me demande s'il n'y a pas un endroit où il y a comment ça s'appelle, le truc là. Un gilet pare-balles là. Ah, quoi? Ah, mais parce que c'est là, putain, je suis trop con. J'avais pas vu le passage. Vamp.
Still ticking, huh?
Unfortunately, haven't had no vacancy.
Ah, les pouvoirs qu'il a, il est tellement cheaté ce mec de base.
I thought so. Human muscles are quite eloquent. They speak out clearly what a person's next move will be. They even tell me which way a gun is going to be pointed before the trigger is pulled. But your muscles, they're different. This should be fun. Well worth the wait.
Donc là, il est en train de nous dire qu'il devine les mouvements là où les balles vont atterrir.
I was coming?
You think I'm a nuisance. I can't let you interfere with arsenal gear. The girl is just ahead. She is of no use to us now. But she served us well as the live bait for the big catch. Crazy Ivan sometimes speaks the truth.
C'est qui Ivan? Je me rappelle pas qui c'est.
Emma's alive?
She was some time ago. But the flooding has become quite serious. I wouldn't be surprised if she's a mermaid now.
What?
Did you really think killing the president would prevent a nuclear strike? Think again.
I didn't do it.
Arsenal is still armed with a purified hydrogen bomb.
Purified hydrogen bomb?
This is no ordinary nuclear bomb. This weapon is capable of heavy hydrogen nuclear fusion using lasers and magnetics to generate heat-insulated compression. It was a top-secret project initiated by the current president, and Solidus has no idea of its existence. The clean thermonuclear bomb is at an experimental stage and is handled differently. Specifically, it becomes launch-capable when Arsenal is activated. A nuclear threat still exists.
Comment ça, Solidus n'est pas au courant?
We lost everything we believed in. We were abandoned to take the fall in their cover-up. We were labeled as killers, responsible for the mass murder of civilians as well as our own allies. And the public believed every word, turning a deaf ear to whatever we had to say to the contrary. Our only goal is to wipe them from the face of the earth and destroy this world of deceit they have created along with them.
You're insane.
Insane? We might be the only ones telling the truth.
Ouais, mais dire la vérité c'est bien, mais tuer des gens c'est moins bien.
Well, it sounds like Arsenal's ready to go into operation.
Damn it.
You're still hoping that the girl can install that virus you're carrying around, aren't you?
You know?
It's a shame you're not going to be around long enough to hand her the program. That isn't seawater, you know. It's a byproduct of the microbes contained in the pool. Buoyancy is practically non-existent thanks to the high oxygen content. Once you fall in, you don't come up. Take a good look at your grave. Show me what you've got.
Ok, je me rappelle plus des touches. Comment on... Comme ça, ok. Ouais. Je la fais très mal la strat, hein. Faut pas me demander d'en faire plus. Ah bah. C'est vrai que dans ces difficultés, il meurt assez vite. En extrême, c'est beaucoup plus long.
Colonel, they've apparently completed the final check procedure for arsenal gear.
Find Emma on the double. You've got to get her to install the virus program that the President gave you. When you find her, take her to the computer room on level B2 in the core of Shell 1.
Snake, did you catch all that? I didn't make it on time. Arsenal's going active.
Yeah, I heard. The hostage rescue's gonna have to wait.
I'm going after Emma.
We'll secure the computer room. Looks like we can't install the virus program without Emma.
Can't your partner do it?
I would if I could, but the security for this system is no joke. I need more time.
That's why we need her.
Understood. I'll make sure you have your family reunion. What's up?
A lot of years have passed between EE and me.
Then you should see her, right?
I don't have the right to see her.
We can talk about this later. Raiden, I think you'd better get moving. Emma's in the locker room to the north, right?
I'm on it.
Carrément, pas le droit de la voir, quoi. C'est quoi cette histoire? Merde. Ah oui, c'est vrai que c'est dans cette... Donc si jamais il y a il y a bien comment ça s'appelle? Un gilet pare-balles, c'est dans le coin qui doit être, je pense. De mémoire, c'est quoi ça? Ah bah tiens, c'est celui-là. Il est là. Il y a moyen qu'il soit là dans toutes les difficultés. Je sais que le PSG1 tranquillisant, il doit pas être au même endroit dans toutes les difficultés, mais lui là, moyen qu'il soit là dans toutes les difficultés. Ah, faut faire gaffe parce que des fois il y a des mines, ou du C4, je sais plus. Après, il n'y a pas forcément grand chose à récupérer. Ok. Allez, là-dedans. Otakon bis. Ah, mais ils sont tous... ok. Ouais, du coup, il n'y a pas de C4, il n'y a rien. En même temps, ils sont pas tous possibles à ouvrir. Marrant. Ah bah, elle se pisse dessus. Bah dis donc, madame, c'est dégueulasse.
Who are you?
Raiden, I'm getting you out of here.
Get me out. You're lying. Where are you taking me this time?
What are you talking about? I'm here to help. Here, I'll prove it. Do you have nanos?
What?
Well, do you?
I do. Everybody on this project has them.
Okay, good. Let's try. Can you hear me now?
Nanocommunication?
That's right. I have nanomachines too.
Then you're not one of them.
That's what I've been trying to tell you.
And you came to rescue me?
Actually, I need your help to stop Arsenal. I understand you're the only one who might be able to do it.
And who told you that?
The President.
Really?
I need you to come with me to Shell 1. Your brother's waiting for you there.
My brother?
Come on, we have to get moving. This place will be flooded soon. We better move.
I can't. I can't swim. Leave me.
You can swim. You used to love it.
How do you know?
Your brother told me.
He's really here?
That's right. He's here to rescue you.
I don't believe you. He would never come for me.
And I'm telling you he's here, waiting for us at Shell 1.
No! He left me, my mother, when we needed him the most. When my father died, all he could think about was himself.
Emma, we can go over all that later, but first we have to get out of here.
No! I hate water! It's hopeless! I can't swim! I can't swim!
You can do it.
I can't!
Come on, deep down inside, you know you can swim.
I can't keep my eyes open in the water. That endless blue. The water, it wants me. It won't let me go.
All right, then close your eyes. I'll guide you.
I was injected with something. My legs. I have trouble moving them.
Listen, Emma, just hold your breath. I'll do the rest. First, we'll head to Filter Chamber 2. Then we'll take a break.
And all I have to do is hold my breath.
That's right.
How long?
Just a little while.
Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure. That's how I got here.
I don't think I can do it. I'm not good at holding my breath.
Look, Emma, I have an idea. Put your ear against my chest and listen to my heartbeat.
Your heartbeat?
Count the beats. Don't think about anything else. When you reach 100, open your eyes. By that time, we'll be on the other side. Give me a signal if you think you're running out of breath.
What will you do then?
I'll swim faster.
Ouais.
Hang on tight. Okay, let's go.
I'm closing my eyes.
Take some deep breaths. 1, 2, 3.
Wait!
What is it?
Let me take off my glasses.
You know, you should wear contacts.
There's nothing wrong with my eyes. I wear them for show.
Trying to be different from the other girls?
La chance.
Like that. I like glasses. And there's this guy I liked who used to wear them.
Your first boyfriend?
No.
Ben non, son frère.
Somebody more important. Anyway, they bring me luck.
I see. Okay, let's go.
Non, c'est pas par là, merde. Putain, c'est pas par là non plus. Au secours, à l'aide. C'est le bon endroit ou je suis revenu en arrière, j'ai un doute.
Right. Go with Emma to Strut L. If you exit the Shell 2 core and head south on the KL connecting bridge, you'll get to Strut L. There's no time. Move it. Press down and hold the action button near Emma to hold her hand. Start moving with the button pressed down and you can lead her by the hand. Push the action button again to let go.
Ah, je suis revenu en arrière, c'est pas le bon endroit, putain. Mais non, mais... Ok. Alors donc... À l'aller, ça va, mais au retour, j'ai toujours trouvé cet endroit chiant. À l'endroit d'après, c'est encore pire. Hein. Donc là, normalement, c'est bon. Ça sert à rien, je sais que mes rations sont à fond.
You did good.
I concentrated on your heartbeat. It reminded me of when I was a kid. I remember my brother giving me a piggyback ride. I was sleeping with my ear against his back. I could hear his heartbeat.
Sounds like you were close.
We were, back then. We were stepchildren in our parents' second marriages. Wherever my brother went, I used to tag along. My brother didn't have any close friends, so he used to take care of me. We both wanted to be loved so much. So much that we used to pretend.
Pretend?
Yeah, we used to play house. My brother was the husband and I was the
Un
wife.
peu bizarre.
But it was always just make-believe. We were only kids. You know what I mean.
I never had a family, but I think I know what you mean.
Raiden, what's your status?
Colonel? I've got Emma Emmerich here. We've managed to avoid drowning.
Good job. Get her over to Shell 1 as soon as you can.
That's going to be hard with the connecting bridge on the upper level destroyed.
Didn't Olga say something about taking the oil fence at the bottom of Strut L?
Yeah, I remember that.
You should be able to go down by way of Strut L. Try and get over there.
What about Emma? She's been injected with something and she can't walk without any help.
Take her with you. Free your hands of any equipment and hold down the action button to give her a hand. To release your grip on her, take your finger off the action button. Emma can sit and wait until you help her back up. And be careful. You won't be able to use any weapons while you're leading her. Now head for Strut L.
We're on our way.
Raiden, we've infiltrated the computer room. What's your situation?
Emma's safe. We're heading your way.
Good job.
Shell 1's deserted. Looks like everybody's aboard Arsenal.
I had a look at the system, but there's nothing I can do. EE's our only hope.
Right. I'll put her on then.
Huh? EE? What? How?
I'll use my Kodak as a relay. Here she is.
How?
EE, is that you?
How?
EE. Why are you involved with Metal Gear?
Huh?
You knew our family's dark history and still got involved? What's wrong with you?
I should have known.
Answer me. Why are you repeating the same mistake?
I wanted to hurt you. I wanted to see you suffer.
EE?
You abandoned me.
No, that's not what happened.
All right, that's enough.
Who are you?
I'm a friend of
J'avoue, calmos-vous les enfants.
God.
Enough with the sibling rivalry.
That's not what this is.
We haven't got time for this. Raiden, get her over here right now.
I...
Gotcha, Snake. I'll head over there with Emma.
Most of the enemy's aboard Arsenal, but I suggest you be careful. Make sure Emma gets here in one piece.
Raiden, take care of my sister.
Don't worry. I'll get her there.
T'inquiète, la blondine elle devait en prendre soin. T'inquiète. Oups. ça déjà. J'aurais peut-être dû lui dire de venir avec Triangle, je sais pas. Je sais pas quel est le plus rapide ici.
Emma, Snake and Hal are waiting for us in Shell 1's computer room. I've got this disk that the President gave me. This disk is supposed to contain a virus that can corrupt Arsenal Gear's operating system. We need you to...
This is my program.
What?
Why did the President give it to you?
Huh?
Did something happen to the President?
Bah, il est un petit peu décédé, tout petit peu.
President. He's dead.
What?
You actually wrote this virus?
It's not really a virus. It's more like a worm cluster. It's actually a delayed effect autonomous program that's designed to invade GW's cerebrum and render its nerve connections useless.
You know what GW is?
Of course. I created it.
Huh?
You look surprised.
Well,
Cat got your tongue?
I'm sorry. How about the Patriots? Ever heard of them?
Yes, but I only know what I've been told.
Can you tell me what you know?
Sure, but it's hard to put into words.
Right. Are you reading me, Emma?
Yes, loud and clear.
The President said that Arsenal Gear was the Patriots' key to supremacy.
That's as good a description as any.
What exactly is it?
It's a massive data processing system capable of controlling information on a global scale.
A data processing system?
That's right. The system's a social device for maintaining the Patriots' control.
You've lost me.
Well, in this day and age, information emerges from every direction and is freely distributed. A variety of information gathered by servers employing the latest in high-speed communication networks and P2P technology is rapidly circulated to individuals. In fact, the speed of this circulation process is accelerating on an almost daily basis. The Patriots seem to be afraid of this development. Apparently, they believe that their role will shift from dominant to dominated.
Huh?
Let me give you an example. You're aware of Solid Snake's anti-Metal Gear activities, aren't you?
Yeah, I know a little about it.
Well, that's just a small sample of uncontrolled information. I can guarantee you the Patriots did not want Solid Snake's name publicized. Now, look at it like this. Political scandal, corporate corruption, up until now, the Patriots have managed to keep a lid on these and other self-serving events. But with their existing data processing system, they're no longer able to effectively control the flow of information generated at the individual level. With the newly created system, they can fully regulate digital information. High-level information can be categorized in stages, given clearance levels, and deleted as necessary, never to be seen by the public. By deleting such information, the Patriots can shape the course of history as they see fit.
Somebody's bound to catch on.
No, the memory capacity, not to mention the lifespan of the average individual, is extremely limited. On the other hand, digital information lasts virtually forever. It doesn't deteriorate.
So?
The alphabet, 26 letters, right? It could have been 30 letters. What if the 4 deleted letters were controlled by a program?
Impossible.
It's not. In fact, something similar is already underway. Do you know how many genes exist in an individual?
About 30 to 40,000?
Right, that's what was announced at the turn of the century, but there's actually 100,000 according to the original theory advanced by the scientific community. Information regarding the remaining 60,000 was suppressed by the Patriots.
No.
Why? How would you know? Do you know what a gene looks like? Did you count them yourself?
There are research organizations.
Of course, and their reports have already been subtly altered. They're even beginning to believe the doctored reports. GW is a system that allows the Patriots to decide what will be recorded in tomorrow's history.
So what we're talking about is one huge censorship system for deleting information which might be inconvenient to the Patriots.
Exactly. The actual physical core for handling the task, GW, is installed in Arsenal. It's the only system in the world with an optic neural AI that has a parallel processing capacity of 980 trillion Hammets.
I suppose that being a specialist in neural AI and complex logic played a significant role in your association with the Metal Gear project.
That's not the only reason.
What do you mean? I guess there are plenty of other reasons.
Yes, there are.
I understand.
Do you?
So Arsenal Gear was actually designed to protect the GW system, wasn't it?
Yes. It's armed with everything, including nuclear weapons, and is fully equipped with cyber-terrorist countermeasures. Physically and logically, it's the ultimate fortress for housing GW.
But is the AI actually capable of controlling everything?
No. GW is only the system's core. It's only for deciding what data is stored or deleted. The actual subsystem for executing the task exists within our social structure.
What?
Do you remember the panic that gripped the computer industry prior to the end of the century?
You mean the Y2K problem?
That's right. If you recall, our government supplied the world with a countermeasure program, using the internet at full capacity. The program was distributed to every governmental organization, every key facility throughout the world. In addition, the same program was included in an OS application for distribution among the public.
Let me guess. The Y2K countermeasure contained a program designed by the Patriots.
Yes, and everything supplied from that day onward contains the same program.
Impossible.
Do you know how a computer operates? Do you really know the basic principles on how data is exchanged? Nobody's aware of it, but there's a subsystem in place, and it's about to be activated.
Is that why Solidus wants to burn out every electrical circuit in Manhattan with a nuclear blast?
Probably, but the overall system isn't actually complete.
What?
It still lacks the necessary factors for judging situations. I heard they were planning a major experiment in the next few days to provide complex data for GW to study. And suddenly all this happens.
Emma, it's not your fault. If it wasn't for the terrorists...
Yeah, you're right. Well, I think that's about all I know.
Right. Thanks. I think we'd better head for the computer room.
My bird in the computer room. Is he safe?
That noisy, overgrown parakeet?
Mais oui, il va bien.
He's a parrot. And he's my best friend. My only friend.
Well, the bird's okay.
Good. Did you know that in the old days, miners used to take a canary into the mine shafts to detect toxic gas?
That's what he's for?
No. I really needed someone to talk to.
Right. I think we'd better get moving. We've got a little longer to cover than the last time.
I'll give it my best.
Whatever you do...
Légèrement.
Why not?
A dead body, not a pretty sight.
Oh.
Once we get past it, it'll be too dark to see anything.
Ouais, alors l'obscurité c'était vrai sur PS2. Heureusement que ça l'est beaucoup moins depuis la version HD.
These? They're lacquered chopsticks. They hold your hair in place. Did you know that they're pretty popular in Europe and South America?
Can't say that I do. You're not only cute, but smart too.
Oh, I'm much more than cute.
Okay, let's go.
Allez, ça se drague. Rose va être jalouse. Non mais oh. Qu'est-ce qu'il nous fait Raiden? Je sais plus par où c'est. Je crois que c'est par là. Ouais, c'est par là normalement. Quoi, la vie d'Emma? Rien à cirer. Mais vraiment rien à cirer. Alors, il y a plein de façons pour passer, mais alors la meilleure pour moi... Tac, dis bonne nuit. Oui, parce qu'elle a pas que peur de l'eau, elle a peur des insectes. Après, dans les deux cas, je peux comprendre. Hein. Mais bon, du coup, elle fait chier. merde. Et là, alors qu'il y a personne dans la Shell One, ici t'as des gens qui sont revenus, on sait pas pourquoi. C'est pas très très logique. Mais encore, ça va, le pire. C'est que le script fonctionne en fonction de comment tu avances avec la meuf. Ouais, ça devrait aller parce que je suis en basse difficulté, mais en extrême, ce passage, il était tellement infernal. Enfin, surtout quand tu utilises le rang Big Boss, parce que comme t'as droit qu'à 8 saves, la fin du jeu, c'est une putain d'horreur. Hein. Là, je pense qu'au pire, il va juste y avoir un mec en plus en descendant les marches. Ou un mec là-haut en remontant. À moins que... Peut-être qu'il n'y a pas de script dans ces difficultés, c'est possible aussi. Ah si, il y a bien un mec là-haut. Mais il n'y a aucune raison qu'ils viennent là et que de base ils apparaissent aussi en mode H24. Merde. Ah là. Ouais non, on va essayer de tout dégommer parce que sinon c'est de la merde je pense avec elle. Putain je sais plus comment. Ouais c'est pas comme ça mais... Il y a un soldat, je sais pas s'il va apparaître mais qui apparaît plus loin. Ah bah c'est peut-être lui finalement. Ou alors c'est qu'il y en a un autre quand on avance avec Eva, j'ai un doute. Marrant qu'ils aient mis des planches là une fois que tu dois te barrer avec Emma. En même temps, c'est obligatoire, hein, parce que sinon tu passes pas, mais c'est assez marrant. Tiens, sa vie est remontée. J'avais pas fait gaffe. Enfin, j'avais fait gaffe dans l'ascenseur que sa vie avait dû un peu remonter, mais là, elle est remontée à fond, ou presque. Ouais, je sais. Attendez, j'ai un doute. Ouais, non, c'est une arme.
Damn it.
What's wrong?
This door is security level 5. I don't have card 5. Damn.
Giving up already?
Ah, comme par hasard, elle a une carte de niveau 5. Et t'aurais pu me la donner avant, là. Je me serais pas fait chier à te déplacer en dehors.
You should have told me you had it.
J'aurais pris la carte et je me serais barré.
The truth
Voilà.
is, I just remembered it myself.
Putain, ils sont deux là aussi dans cette difficulté. Je me demande s'ils sont pas trois du coup en difficulté plus haute, j'ai un doute. Mais il y a large moyen qu'ils soient trois. Je crois qu'ils sont trois en extrême. Quel dommage que le strip se déclenche pas quand elle est pas avec toi.
I have a question for you.
What is it?
How do you feel about heights?
I can't say I like heights. The water's higher on my phobia list. Why?
Well, we have to go down a ladder.
How far down?
Ah, les problèmes des sous-titres, c'est vraiment abusé.
I feel like we've had this conversation before. How little is little?
About 130 feet. Think you can do it?
Would you take no for an answer?
How are your legs?
Better. The numbness is gone. I can climb down on my own.
Okay, follow me.
Bah vas-y, hein, si elle peut descendre toute seule, let's go, j'ai envie de dire. Débrouillez-vous, madame. Elle est obligée de l'attendre. Elle est trop lente. Madame, vous êtes lente.
The sunset. It's beautiful.
If we don't hurry, it'll be the last we see.
Face de sniper.
Enemy soldiers, gun ciphers. I don't think we're gonna be able to slip past all that. Looks like it can barely support one person. How much do you weigh, Emma?
Are you gonna ask me how old I am next?
If you go alone, I think you can make it across. This is Raiden. Do you read me?
Yeah, what's up?
We've made it to the lower part of Strut L. We'll have to cross the water from here.
Can Emma walk?
Yeah, she's okay. The pontoon bridge doesn't look too sturdy. Emma's gonna have to cross it alone.
Right, the oil fence.
There are ciphers and several guards.
Raiden, you're carrying a PSG-1, aren't you?
Yeah,
It's time to play sniper.
not bad. This spot gives me a good view of the targets.
You're going to have to cover Emma until she crosses to Strut E. I'll get there and provide some support of my own.
Thanks.
Think you can handle it?
Yeah, I know the drill. I faced a similar situation in Advanced Mode Level 4 VR training with the PSG-1.
VR? Guess it's better than nothing. Make sure you don't hit Emma. Right now, with Arsenal's boarding in progress, security should be at a minimum. That doesn't mean it's going to be easy. Given the situation, they've probably got claymores in place to make up for the security shortage. Make sure you use your thermal goggles.
Right.
Okay, I'm heading for Strut E.
Are you reading
Ah, il
me?
prévient pour les clés morts, je m'en souvenais pas, tiens.
Clear a path for you from here.
How?
Sniper fire.
You're kidding.
Trust me.
What if I fall into the sea? I can't swim.
You were doing pretty good a few minutes ago.
Okay.
Think you can do it?
Would you take no for an answer?
No. All right, get going. You'll be fine.
Je ne m'en souvenais vraiment pas. Alors, sachant que... tac, tac... Les clés morts, il y en a dès le début. Ah, bah il y en a pas dans cette difficulté, semble-t-il. Ok, très bien. La maniabilité, elle est pas terrible. Hein. La sensibilité.
This is Snake. Can you hear me?
Yeah, nice and clear.
Ah oui, il appelle Mégato.
Struck E. I'll provide support fire from here.
Right. Do me a favor and take out whatever I miss.
Just call me when you want me to shoot.
Parce qu'en extrême, il t'appelle vraiment à la toute fin du parcours. Alors que c'est l'endroit où il serait le plus utile. Oula. Je sais plus si ça compte comme des alertes, ça ou pas. Il me semble que oui. Après, moi je m'en tape là, mais. Ouais, donc il ferait bien pour avec les morts, mais il n'y en a pas en Very Easy, c'est marrant. Alors si on l'endort, elle tombe dans l'eau de mémoire. Voilà. Vas-y, je vais faire un truc. Tac. Merde.
Damn, I don't think I can do this. Snake, take over for me.
Il est en train de changer d'arme.
I'm going to show you how sniping should be handled. Take a good look. My sniping field will be limited to the area you're watching.
Logique.
PSG-1 scope. Keep a good lookout on Emma's surroundings, even while I'm shooting, all right?
Faut savoir que ces kills ne comptent pas. De mémoire. Donc plutôt pratique. Bon, généralement, on a endormi quasi tout le monde avant de l'appeler. Voir tout le monde, notamment en extrême. Si vous faites le rang. Putain, je suis dézoomé à fond là. Oh, il y a beaucoup moins de gardes et de cypher, c'est très bien comme ça. Mais ce passage, j'avais un souvenir qui était méga dur en extrême et quand j'ai fait le. Quand j'ai fait les rangs finalement. Ça allait encore. Bon après il restait compliqué, hein, mais par rapport aux souvenirs que j'en avais, c'était quelque peu différent. Ah, t'es lente. Il y a un truc avec le micro, faut écouter vers là-bas là, Pour le trophée, faut écouter je sais pas combien de fois le mec au chiottes là. Je sais plus si c'est 2 ou 3 fois qu'il faut l'écouter. Je crois qu'il y aura plus rien là, mais je suis pas sûr. Parce que là, il n'y a plus rien depuis tout à l'heure. Après, on peut tirer sur les mouettes. Hein. Voilà. C'est rigolo. Ah. Finalement, il y avait un safe faire. De tir au pigeon. Le mec qui meurt jamais. Mais vraiment, il meurt jamais. D'accord. Il y a un des angles où il tient Emma qui est assez relou pour l'avoir. Hein. Notamment à l'extrême où t'as intérêt de le battre très vite. Ah. Quoi? Quoi? On a fait tout ça pour rien? Elle nous a pris la tête à nous accompagner, à nous casser les bonbons, tout ça pour rien, pour mourir à la fin? Quoi? Bah, on aurait mieux fait de la noyer, moi je dis. Hein. On aurait mieux fait de la laisser là-bas. Non mais où?
Emma's been stabbed.
That bastard! How bad is it?
She's conscious, but the bleeding's bad. I'm bringing her over there right now. Raiden, get that disc over here as soon as possible. I'm afraid her time's running out.
I'll be there.
Par contre, Otakon, il a vraiment pas de chance. Hein. Wolf dans le 1, Emma dans le 2. Heureusement qu'il est pas dans le 3. Vu qu'il était pas né. Dans le 4, je sais plus, parce que je m'en souviens plus, le 4, c'est très longtemps que je l'ai pas refait. En espérant qu'il y ait une Master Collection Volume 2 et qu'il soit dedans.
What's your situation over there?
Emma seems to be, doing something to GW's defensive capabilities. All we need now is your disc. You better hurry. I don't think she's gonna make it.
How's the bleeding?
She's... Just get over here. You'll find the coast is clear with everybody aboard Arsenal right now.
Understood.
Ok, donc là, scène chronométrée. Bon, ça va, il y a le temps, mais... Je sais pas si le temps est changeant selon la difficulté, j'en doute. Je sais que lui est pas ici selon la difficulté. Parce qu'il peut être à cet étage-là. Oui, d'accord, merci. Les... Ah tiens, les trucs sont tous remis. Ok. Ah, mais c'est peut-être dû à discuter aussi. Hein. J'en avais laissé exprès, mais il y en a d'autres qui étaient tombés. Et là, ils étaient tous remis. Très bizarre. Alors, on va partir sur énormément de blabla jusqu'à la fin du jeu, parce qu'il reste plus beaucoup de gameplay en vrai.
How's Emma?
I think he got some internal organs. We can't stop the bleeding.
I'm here.
Got the disc. Emma set everything up. Apparently all you have to do is pop in the disc. That should insert the virus into the AI.
Is it working?
Just leave it to Emma. What the?
An antibody agent?
Damn! The connection's been cut.
Is the virus upload complete?
I don't think so. The count stopped at 90%. Otacon.
I don't think Emma's made any mistakes.
But
A portion of the worm cluster might have been altered after the disc left Emma's hands.
by the Patriots?
Will the virus still work?
I have no idea.
Hal, is everything all right?
It's all right. Everything's all right.
Good. At least I won't be adding another page to our family's dark history.
Yeah, that's right.
What if the virus doesn't work?
Either destroy that thing, or take out Solidus and his men.
How do we get on board?
I don't think we can. Unless somebody inside gives us a hand.
Hal, I always...
What is it?
wanted to see you again.
You don't hate me?
Never. I never wanted to get in your way. I never wanted to hurt you. I thought that with Arsenal, if I followed in your footsteps, I could be closer. I just wanted you to look at me. Look at me as a woman.
I could never do that.
Don't be so honest. It hurts.
Sorry.
Can I ask you one last favor?
Sure.
Call me Emma.
What?
Please call me Emma.
What's wrong with EE? Emma? 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 Answer me.
Quand je dis qu'on aurait dû la laisser se noyer, tout ça pour rien, inadmissible. Pauvre Takon, qui est vraiment le souffre-douleur de Kojima, je crois. MGS1, Wolf, maintenant II. Y a pas de chance, hein. Après, je rappelle, dans le premier, il dit à Snake qu'il porte peut-être la poisse parce que les gens mouraient autour de lui, mais peut-être toi qui portes la poisse au Takon, finalement.
I didn't leave you because of the accident. I had a relationship with your mother. She seduced me. And it went on. My father's death was no accident. He took his own life. It was my fault. All my fault.
Alors non, c'était la faute de sa daronne à elle, du coup, ouais, parce que toi t'étais un gamin, je suppose. On va se taper un des pires plans de MGS ever.
Attention! Arsenal gear is ready for launch. Evacuate the upper levels immediately.
Sounds like they're cutting this area loose. What do you mean?
It means we're gonna sink.
We have to get the hostages out.
What about the Kamov repairs?
Done.
We won't be able to get everybody aboard.
We'll just have to take as many as we can.
My sister won't be able to come with us.
We will be commencing the countdown shortly. Personnel in the upper levels, head for the evacuation area immediately.
I'm always the survivor. Why, Wolf?
Otacon, take care of the hostages.
What about you guys?
We got other arrangements. There's our ride out of here. Anyway, we're gonna have to sink that thing if the virus doesn't work.
I should be going with you.
You've got your job, we've got ours.
You mean I'd only get in your way?
Only you can save those hostages. Got it?
Right. Listen, the two of you won't be able to destroy that thing.
Mais si.
That's your only option.
Ah, je suis désolé, mais ce plan, c'est non. Je suis désolé, c'est ridicule. Les trois mecs en mode héros, machin. Ah non, les gars. Au moins, ça va, c'est pas en plan entier, mais. Comme dans certains films, genre Marvel, mais bon.
Otacon, try to get as many hostages out as you can. It's a short flight to the shore, so don't worry about overloading the Kamov.
Leave it to me.
Ah, le fameux check au Takon Snake.
I repeat, personnel in the upper levels, head for the evacuation area immediately.
Qui montre bien à quel point ils sont devenus amis depuis le premier, si on avait un doute.
You and me, we're the same. Both you and I, we were always alone. Always. We only wanted to be loved. We were always waiting. Waiting for somebody. Somebody who would love us, but we were wrong. You can't wait to be loved. You have to go out and find it. 4 years ago, I realized that you can't just wish for a happy family. You have to make it happen. I only wish I knew that sooner. I learned that I could love, as you probably did, Emma.
You think he's gonna be okay?
He's tougher than he looks. Consider it done.
Now, how do we open this thing?
You can come out now.
A ninja? What the?
Arsenal's going to take off. We still need you to take care of a few things. This time.
Quoi? Ce mec le traître. Quoi?
Bedtime, Raiden. I would do that.
You're changing sides now?
Change sides? I don't recall saying I was on yours.
Damn it. You!
Ready for some shut-eye?
Et en plus, c'est Olga de Ninja. Quoi?
Jack, are you reading me? Do you want to save your mission data up to this point?
Non, sauvegarder c'est pour les noobs.
Is he still alive? He was when Olga brought him in. I've checked everything, including the genome data, but there's nothing on this guy. NSA, CIA, FBI. He doesn't exist in any database. He's a non-existent operative from a non-existent organization.
I suspected as much. However, I know this man.
Huh?
Wake him up. It's been a while, hasn't it? Jack the Ripper?
Quoi? Qui c'est que t'appelles Jacques l'Éventreur, toi?
You know this fellow?
You remember me, don't you? You've grown.
Non.
High concentration of cerebral implants. Have they altered your memory, too?
Alors cette scène de torture est très simple, beaucoup plus que dans le 1, mais le problème c'est qu'il y en a une autre plus tard qui est beaucoup plus compliquée de base. En tout cas évidemment en difficulté extrême. Mais même en normal je pense que c'est beaucoup plus dur.
I taught him everything. Jack, I never thought I'd see you again.
You know me?
You don't remember. Your name, your skills. Everything you know, you learned from me. The 80s. A civil war. You were one of the best among the child soldiers that fought in that conflict. When you were barely 10 years old, you became the platoon leader of the small boy unit. At the time, your outstanding kill record earned you several nicknames, including White Devil and Jack the Ripper. Jack, I was your godfather. I named you. When the war ended, you disappeared from the relief center. I wondered what happened to you. I should have known they would recruit you.
It's an interesting coincidence.
If he's a lackey for the Patriots, I doubt he knows anything of interest.
What should we do with him?
We'll use him like you suggested.
What about Dead Cell?
Ignore them. Happening again?
Could it be that he's here too?
In another hour, we demonstrate the power of Arsenal gear.
Attack with standard weapons, of course.
Yes, proceed as planned.
At last report, all is well with GW.
How about the troops?
The men are being refitted with Arsenal gear equipment as ordered. You're the spitting image of Big Boss.
Is that so? Perhaps I should be grateful to this kid for that.
This situation, I find it very nostalgic.
Where am I?
Why, inside Arsenal gear, of course. Actually, we're also inside the memory of Shadow Moses. I'll take this back. You don't need this anymore, do you? A foul wind is blowing. We shall speak again.
Don't move. Stay as you are. We're being monitored by a camera.
What are you up to?
I'm switching over to nanocommunication.
Mr. X? Ninja?
Correct. It's me.
I thought you were the leader of the Russian troops.
No, that was just a smokescreen.
A smokescreen?
I was sent to provide you support.
Support? Who sent you? The Colonel?
No, the Patriots.
What?
I deceived my troops, betrayed them.
But why?
My child is being held hostage by the Patriots. It all started 2 years ago when I lost my father during the tanker incident. My men and I had nowhere to go, so we joined forces with an illegal Russian organization.
The Russian Mafia?
Something like that, actually. I learned much later that it was a subordinate organization of the Patriots. I was expecting at the time. When I gave birth to my child, it turned out I was in a hospital run by the Patriots. In the morning, my child was gone. My baby is being kept somewhere in this country.
Have you ever met your child?
No. Once a month, they send me a photo of my child via network. I've never even held the child in my own arms.
I see. Given your situation, nobody can blame you for what you did.
That's your opinion.
What about Snake? I thought you were enemies.
He wasn't responsible for my father's death. Actually, we owe him our lives. 2 years ago, they were responsible for getting us out of the sinking tanker alive.
So you were partners since the incident?
No, I only found out the truth shortly before this.
Huh?
When I confronted him here.
You fought with Snake? When?
Well, it was around the time you were holding hands with that girl.
Snake. So you
Bah, c'était pas avant l'incident, donc.
pay back a debt.
No, mutual gain.
Mutual gain?
My job was to assist you. If Solidus gets away with Arsenal, your mission is a failure. The Patriots would judge that as failure on my part and terminate my child. Putting it simply, my child's life depends on your success.
So you did it all for your child. But why would the Patriots want to help me? Are they hoping I'll take Solidus out?
No, you're just like me. We're just pawns.
Pawns for what purpose?
The S3 plan.
Huh?
You'll figure it out sooner or later, but I wonder if you'll handle the truth.
What do you mean?
Listen, we haven't got time for this. Solidus will commence his attack any minute. He's got to be stopped.
What about the virus?
No results so far. I think the Patriots have tampered with the program.
Will it work?
I don't know.
Get me out of this thing.
Not yet. I'll release your restraints after I leave this room.
Where's my gear?
Snake's got everything. I couldn't bring it here.
And where do I find Snake?
The passageway ahead leads to a hangar. He'll be waiting there. I gave him a card key for the hangar.
Does Snake plan to destroy Arsenal gear?
No. Even for Snake, it's impossible to completely destroy this thing. The only option is to stop Solidus and his men.
What are you going to do?
Stay concealed. That's my role. I still can't afford to be discovered.
Olga, you can't keep this up. They're bound to find you.
Listen, I'll free you in a little while. Brace yourself.
Allez. Oui. Ah.
Jack, are you all right?
Oh, yeah.
Jack, is it true? What Solidus said?
Yes.
It's unbelievable. Drafting small children, sending them to war? It's not allowed under international conventions.
ICC rules don't mean a lot in war. Someone told me that there are over 300,000 children in combat right now. I was just one of them.
So you remember. I thought your memory had been manipulated by them.
It was. But I have nightmares every day. Pieces of the past I can't put together.
Why didn't you tell me?
You couldn't begin to understand.
You wouldn't know that until you try me.
I didn't want you to get hurt. There was never a real reason for me to fight, except that someone put a gun in my hand. And that someone was him.
It wasn't your fault.
If I survived the day's fight, I was praised, fed, and had a bed to sleep in. I think I was only 6 when I held my first AK. But I'm not even sure of that.
Jack.
I'm not like Snake. I never questioned why we fought. There was no purpose, no way out. They give you a gun, you ask how many to kill. If you didn't, you were the one they shot instead.
It's okay. No one is blaming you.
We were shown Hollywood action films every day. The kind with macho guys and big guns. They call it image training.
Ugh.
They built us from the ground up into killing machines. We were fed once a day. I can still taste the gunpowder they mixed into the food.
Bon app.
In the
Quoi faire?
Gunpowder had toluene in it, giving it hallucinogenic properties. It kept us drugged, controllable.
Oh my god!
When the Civil War ended, those of us who survived were taken in by NGOs. They gave me a new life in the States. I can't complain. But nothing's changed. The only people who have no problem with my past have secrets and agendas of their own. Terrible nightmares. Every night. I can never forget.
Jack.
I'm afraid of the night. That's why I don't sleep next to you.
You should have told me.
Told you what? That I'm a killer? And always have been?
No. No.
What I hate more than anything else in the world is my own past. I didn't want you or anyone to know about it. Now I know why I was chosen for this mission. No one can take him on, take him down, except me. I've been kept alive this long for this. I knew as soon as I saw Solidus.
Jack, I love you the way you are now. You have to believe me. I didn't know anything about you, I admit that. Where you were born, how you grew up. But I know that now. And I know that what I feel for you can only get better. And I'll share in your past if that's the price.
It doesn't work that way. No one can share the burden of what I've done. It's not one of those warm and fuzzy things couples share.
I accept the good and the bad, Jack. That's what you do for someone you love.
I don't want to share my past with anyone. I just want to forget about it.
Jack, I haven't told you, about what I've done.
The last 2 years with you, it's been more than I've ever hoped for.
Jack.
But I can't go any farther. I know you want to get married. But I can't. I can't risk starting a family. There's no way to erase my childhood.
It's all right, Jack. Please, don't say any more.
Ah bah heureusement que t'as compris le message. Hein. Il était temps. Allez. Au revoir Rose. Adieu. À jamais. Y'a rien ici. Ah, il y a un truc là-bas. Ouais, normalement qui devrait pas me servir, mais bon. Dans le doute. Un mec à poil. Même Meryl dans le 1 n'était pas à poil à ce point-là. Même Eva dans le 3, elle est pas comme ça. Je crois que Kojima n'aime pas les femmes. Je crois qu'il préfère les hommes. Merde, je voulais pas faire ça. Je pensais que c'était un casier qui avait là. Pas du tout. Ah, j'étais peut-être obligé, j'ai pas fait gaffe si j'avais pas le radar avant ou pas.
Raiden, do you copy? You must continue your mission.
I've lost all my gear. I need to locate Snake.
Tu bugs, colonel. Hein.
Never factored into the simulation. Leave him out of this.
I can't do much naked, especially in this temperature.
That's true. You won't be able to attack or enter the hanging mode either.
I think Snake has my gear.
Raiden, take out Solidus and his men. You must recover Arsenal intact.
Colonel, are you under orders from the Patriots?
Your role, that is, mission, is to infiltrate the structure and disarm the terrorists.
My role? Why do you keep saying that?
Why not? This is a type of role-playing game. The point is that you play out your part, and I expect you to turn in a perfect performance.
Colonel,
mais je suis parfait.
I just remembered something.
What?
That I've never met you in person. Not once.
Complete your mission, according to the simulation.
Colonel, who are you?
No more questions. We have Rosemary.
What do you mean by that?
Over and out.
Alors je me souviens plus des masses, mais de mémoire faut monter.
Raiden, turn the game console off
Ok.
right now.
What did you say?
The mission is a failure. Cut the power right now.
What's wrong with you?
Don't worry. It's a game. It's a game just like usual.
You'll ruin your eyes playing so close to the TV.
What are you talking about?
Raiden, something happened to me last Thursday when I was driving home.
Ah ouais?
A couple of miles to go. I looked up and saw a glowing orange object in the sky
Non.
to the east. It was moving very irregularly. Suddenly,
Du coup, t'as été enlevé par la lumière?
when I came to, I was home. What do
Trop
you
bien.
think happened to me?
Un taxi.
Fine. Forget it.
Un drôle de taxi, mais un taxi. Oups. C'est pas bon ça.
Infiltrate the enemy fortress. Outer heaven. Destroy the final weapon. Metal Gear.
Ok. Ah, le max de ration ici c'est 10 et pas 5. Ok, c'est dans le 1 où c'était 5, mais dans celui-là c'est 10. Très bien. Je me souvenais pas de ça. Bon, je vais pisser parce que le temps d'avoir un vrai appel. Parce que je crois que le vrai appel est obligatoire, donc je vais pisser, je reviens. Bon, finalement, faut peut-être répondre quand même.
Even my patience has its limits. I just can't leave this thing up to you any longer. I'll do the fighting. You can just go home.
Ok. J'ai tout compris. Ah, sympa le radar. Ça, c'est du radar, ça. Non, pas tant que ça. C'est 1h30 que j'ai commencé le live, de quoi il parle, lui.
Variety level 13. Rescue Meryl, the return of Ginola.
Ah, ok. Ah, enfin.
It's me.
Hi, Rose.
Jack, I owe you an apology.
If it's about that conversation just now, I'm the one who's sorry.
No, it's something else.
What is it?
That day at Federal Hall 2 years ago, it wasn't a coincidence. I was ordered to keep an eye on you.
Quoi? Révélation encore?
By the Patriots.
You're a spy?
I suppose. Yes. It's an ugly word. Are you still there?
Was sleeping with me a part of the job?
I fell in love with you.
How could anyone?
I can't excuse what I did. I've reported every detail of your personal life to them these 2 years. What you did, said, everything.
Must have been fun.
But some things I didn't tell anyone. Like what I felt for you.
So that's why you were involved in this mission. I should have known. Why else would they toss an analyst into the mix at the last minute?
I'm sorry. I know what I did was wrong.
No matter where I go, I get used.
I reinvented myself to suit your tastes. Hairstyle, clothes, the way I moved, things I talked about. You say you love the color of my hair, my eyes. They're not even real.
You must have gone over my psych profile with a fine-tooth comb.
It was my job.
Great performance. Had me completely fooled.
What I really wanted was for you to see the real me. It hurt to play out this artificial romance. It was worse to lie to myself than to you. The more love you gave me, the more it hurt. Because I knew the person you loved was just a character.
So it was artificial on my end too. It was just a game, not the real thing.
Oh, Jack.
I feel better knowing that.
What?
I was in love, or thought I was, with someone who didn't exist. I was trying to be someone I wasn't by loving what wasn't real. I don't know who you really are. The person I knew isn't real. She's not the woman I'm talking to right now. In a sense, the deception was my own, not theirs.
Jack, I thought I was acting because that was my job. But I did fall in love with you. That wasn't an act.
You expect me to believe that? It's okay. You had your reasons, right? Hey, I understand, but I have nothing left to...
Jack!
What?
I'm carrying... I'm pregnant, Jack.
Ah, bah tu bug aussi, toi, tiens. Tout le monde bug, youpi!
Amazing how you walk around like that.
Snake!
Been waiting long?
Ça fait un an que je t'attends, ouais.
Where's my gear?
Right over there. That's more like it. Everything you had when you were captured is still there. Sorry about earlier. I had to use you as bait to gain access to Arsenal. It worked.
Why didn't you tell me about Olga?
You never asked. Not happy about that? Get over it.
T'as pas demandé, bah oui, mais il risquait pas.
Still waiting on that.
So, it was rigged by the Patriots?
Looks like it. From what I can tell, Arsenal is headed for Manhattan. I don't know what Solidus is planning, but we'll have to deal with it one way or another. There's also a troop of production model Rays ahead.
How many units?
25, according to Olga.
25?
Yeah. Can't say I've faced that many Metal Gears before, but I think we can deal.
No way we can.
We can, because we have no other choice.
How?
I've stocked up on Stinger missiles. Oh yeah, Olga left this for you.
Ouais, l'épée, mais qui sert pas à grand chose à part le combat final, elle est obligatoire. Enfin, obligatoire, elle est pas obligatoire, mais.
Why?
Olga asked me to give it to you. Besides, I'm not a big fan of blades. Move the right stick up and down to make a vertical slice, and left and right to slice parallel to the ground. Move the stick in a circle to do a rotating cut. Push it forward to lunge and strike. You can guard with your blade if you have the L1 button pressed down. Use it to deflect a bullet or two.
Alors, c'est comment qu'on change le. Ah oui, comme ça. Ah bah c'est bon là. Ouais, d'accord. Il a pas aimé. Oui. Ah, c'est marrant, j'ai me tilté qu'il faisait tout le temps dans le même sens son tour.
Come on, time to go. If you run out of ammo, you can have mine.
You got enough?
Absolutely. Infinite ammo.
Normal.
Wait up, Snake.
What?
Snake, have you ever enjoyed killing someone?
What are you talking about?
I'm not sure. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference between reality and a game.
Diminished sense of reality, huh? VR training will do that.
No, it was field training when I was a kid. I lied, Snake. I have more field experience than I can remember. It's not VR that's doing this to me.
Raiden, we don't carry guns to take people down. We're not here to help some politician either.
You can say that because you're a legend, a hero. I'm Jack the Ripper, a dirty reminder of a terrible mistake.
Legends don't mean a whole lot. I was just a name to exploit, just like you.
People will remember only the good part, the right part of what you did.
There's no right part in murder, not ever. And we're not in this to make a name for ourselves.
Then what are you and Otacon fighting for?
A future. You can stop being part of a mistake, starting now.
What am I? What am I supposed to do?
Find something to believe in, and find it for yourself. And when you do, pass it on to the future.
Believe in what?
That's your problem. Come on.
Snake, Raiden.
Otacon, you all right?
Yeah, so are all the hostages.
That's good news.
How's everything on your end?
All right for now, but there is something.
What?
The Colonel's last transmission was strange.
Strange? How?
Just strange. No idea.
Interference?
I don't know.
Where is this Colonel?
I don't know. I've never met the man, actually.
I'll dig around.
Thanks. I owe you one.
If there's anything else, call me on the codec. I might be able to help. The frequency is 141.12.
Ouais, mais on va pas t'appeler, ça sert à rien. Ouais, ça, c'est vraiment le pire endroit quand t'es en... Comment ça s'appelle? En extrême. Notamment pour le rang Big Boss. Techniquement, on peut endormir Snake, mais selon le cas, il veut pas rester endormi, c'est assez relou. Ah, mais c'est vrai que j'ai les... J'avais oublié ça. Bon, du coup, je sais pas le glitch, hein, je me rappelle même plus comment il marche. Par contre, elles sont beaucoup moins efficaces que dans MGS, hein, les stuns. Hein. En revanche, il y a clairement des morts, mais je sais pas si ça compte comme si moi je les avais tués ou pas, puisque bah, techniquement, c'est pas moi qui les tue.
Raiden, about this colonel of yours. I found out where he is.
Where?
Inside Arsenal.
What?
I've checked out all the possibilities, but I keep coming back to Arsenal. It isn't a relay point, it's the origin of the signal. And the encryption protocol it uses is exactly the same as that of Arsenal's AI, the so-called GW.
What the hell does this mean?
I think it means you've been talking to an AI.
Ouais, alors ça d'accord, mais qu'il soit dans l'arsenal, c'est tellement pas logique du tout. Mais bon, c'est pas grave. Tellement de trucs qui sont mal écrits dans le jeu. Hein.
The kernel is in part your own creation, cobbled together from expectations and experience.
That's crazy.
But it's probably the truth. The virus may be starting to affect GW, which would explain the kernel's behavior.
It was all an illusion? Everything I've done so far?
Raiden.
Snake, what's happening around here?
I don't know. What I do know is that you're standing right here in front of me. Not an illusion. Flesh and blood.
Huh?
It's your call. You can drop this if you want.
No, I can't do that. Let's go.
Let's go.
Raiden, they've got Rose.
What?
Rose is being held in the holds.
It's a trap.
Help! Rose!
Raiden, get a grip.
But Snake...
It's a trap. Since the Colonel doesn't exist, there's no way he can take Rose hostage.
Yeah, you're right.
I am right.
Bah, les patriotes existent dans un sens, donc...
Does Rose exist?
Don't be weird. She's your...
What if I've never really met her?
What?
If the Colonel is something that I partly dreamt up, then everything I remember about her could be...
Don't jump to conclusions.
You and Otacon are the ones that say the Colonel never existed.
Raiden.
Is this what Olga was talking about?
Enfin, il y a une petite différence, c'est que tu l'as jamais rencontré, le colonel. Mais... Oui, d'accord. C'est vraiment typiquement ces deux passages-là, là, la salle d'avant et celle-là, qui fait que jamais je referai le jeu en extrême. Surtout la salle d'avant, parce que là, à la rigueur, le glitch qui est ici, là, assez simple, mais... Même si je m'en souviens plus, mais je sais qu'il est assez simple une fois que tu connais le truc. Bon, la salle d'avant... Juste non merci. Même avec des saves illimités. Puis elle est longue cette salle sans glitch. Ça ne s'arrête jamais. Ah, enfin.
Fortune. It's been a long wait, Solid Snake. The root of all my sorrows.
What?
2
Ou
years
pas.
ago, you killed my father. That was the beginning of hell for us. Everyone I love has been taken from me one by one, and no matter how hard I try, I can't follow them. An endless nightmare. The only thing we live for is to see it end. Our wait is almost over.
You can't be serious about firing the nuke.
Since no one can kill me, I may as well kill everyone I can.
Bah oui, normal.
Starting with you, Solid Snake.
Damn! Looks like I'm today's pick. You go on ahead. You want eternal rest? I've got it right here.
What are you gonna do? Bullets can't get near her.
I'll think of something. There's no such thing as a witch.
You think you can kill me?
I don't know what your group's been through, but let's get one thing clear. I didn't kill your father.
Do you think anyone believes your lies?
Raiden, get out of here!
À noter qu'il a aucun endroit où se cacher, contrairement à Raiden quand il l'a affronté. Hein. Je dis ça, je dis rien, mais...
Jack, I've been watching how you fight. It looks like you've remembered the way you used to kill in the old days. Or is it one of the S3 plan's proud achievements?
What are you talking about?
It came as a complete surprise when Ocelot discovered the S3 data from GW. Not a bad idea, though. Using fire to fight fire, creating the perfect assassin to retire Solid Snake's brother. S3 stands for Solid Snake Simulation. It's a development program to artificially reproduce Solid Snake, the perfect warrior. The result is a Foxhound Commando. When Foxhound no longer exists, a simulated Solid Snake shaped by VR regimen. Sound like someone you know, Jack? I'm sorry to see you reduced to one of the Patriots' puppets. But I've made use of you, and their plan too. Solid Snake's sudden appearance, your arrival, it was obvious the Patriots were among my ranks. I had to smoke out the agent before the mission entered the final phase. You came in handy.
as bait? Jack, those days during the Civil War were as real as they come. Every day was absolute, split between life and death. You ran from it, and now you've been led back to war by something less than real. No more games, Jack. At least you know. There's no reason to keep you alive now. I've given you a worthy opponent, at least. But now, you should die as the little Jackie boy I once...
Dans tes rêves. Tac, tac, tac. Merde. Bah attends, mais il est où? Ah, il doit être là-dedans. Ah, ça fait mal ça, monsieur. Faut en tuer que 2, d'accord, je pensais qu'il faudrait au moins tuer 3, mais même pas.
Decided to show you.
Olga, don't do this. They'll know.
I'll hold them off. Give you time to get away.
Ah ouais, je pense qu'ils ont déjà deviné là.
This is suicide.
Your nanomachines, they're transmitting your vital signs to the Patriots. If you die, my child dies. You understand?
The child.
I see. So that's why you sold your troops out to me. So many dead, and they all died trusting you! Weren't they your comrades?
No, not just comrades. Family!
Huh?
I know I'm going to hell, but at least my child.
I applaud your attitude. If you have a death wish, I'll be happy to accommodate you. See you in hell!
Bon bah, Ripolga.
Enjoy the show, Jack. Let's pick up where we left off. What's going on? What's wrong with it?
AI, GW, it's signals cascade throughout the neural network. I can't shut it down.
What happened?
Maybe some kind of virus.
The Patriots?
I don't know.
Ocelot, what have you been up to?
It's too late. Arsenal's system control is going haywire. It's on an emergency ascent course.
Stupid machines! Damn the Patriots! You still have some use.
I've captured Snake.
Bring him in. Are you awake yet, Jack?
Je suis totalement réveillé.
The Arsenal AI is corrupted beyond repair. I admit that I underestimated you. I have squeezed the answers out of you instead, my son.
Ouais, alors un, même en Veriasi, c'est méga dur, et deux, il y a soi-disant un truc où quand tu regardes Snake, ça tombe moins vite. Je vois zéro différence, mais vraiment zéro différence.
What do you mean?
That's not your business.
Oh, really? It so happens I have some business of my own to attend to.
Planning to hijack Arsenal?
Huh?
You were going to screw me over, weren't you?
Who talked? Ocelot?
Not exactly. I was the one who used Ocelot to suggest the idea to you in the first place.
What?
I was planning to give you Arsenal to begin with.
Why the uncharacteristic generosity?
I'm no philanthropist. Arsenal is far from impregnable. It needs other Metal Gears as guards, a huge payload of warheads, and full air, sea, and land support to function efficiently. Against a large attack force without support, Arsenal is nothing more than a gigantic coffin. Seizing Arsenal gear was never the real objective.
What was your objective then?
A list of names of the Patriots! They were planning to extend their control to digital information flow with GW and Arsenal. That means the information they want to filter out is contained in GW, including that list of the highest 12 members of the Patriots Wiseman's Committee.
And once you knew who they were, you would cross out their names one by one, while we, with our useless arsenal, drew their fire.
Very good.
You were using us all along.
Were you any different?
But your plans hit a snag with GW destroyed, hasn't it?
No, there is another way.
Really? But we have our own plans to carry out. We'll take the arsenal since you don't care for it anyway. The purified hydrogen bomb is ready to go.
A nuclear strike won't stop them.
It will damage their power source. The mindless masses that they control. First things first.
Of course. That was what you wanted. I won't stop you. Good luck.
Thanks, but I have quite enough of that. What exactly do you find so funny?
Charades usually are humorous. I wouldn't have minded watching some more of it, but we're running a little short on time.
What are you talking about?
Everything you've done here has been scripted. A little exercise set up by us.
Exercise?
The S3 plan was conceived as a means to reduce soldiers on par with Solid Snake. That's what I told you. But the VR training the boy was put through is not the meat of the project. You think this little terrorist incident is your own doing, Solidus? This is the S3 training kernel. An orchestrated recreation of Shadow Moses.
What?
Ames and the President's deaths. The ninja. The computer virus that mimics Fox Die. Did you really think they were all a coincidence? Ames' own nanomachines were used to shut down his pacemaker. I arranged for the appearance of the ninja as well. As for the President, although Johnson realized what was going on, he played out his allotted part. As for the computer virus, it's a digital counterpart of Fox Die. It was also designed to eliminate every scrap of information regarding the Patriots from GW. Your plan was invalidated even before execution, Solidus. Fat Man was a different story. He's one of our own people, a sort of examiner we hired to test the boy's progress before letting him tackle the exercise proper. We had to arrange for Stillman's presence to coax the maniac into agreeing. If the boy had allowed the big shell to be destroyed, this exercise would have ended there. The project has no room for failures.
What do you mean?
Given the right situation, the right story, anyone can be shaped into Snake. Even rookies can fight like men of experience. An instant creation of genius. And this training kernel will provide more than enough data to formulate such a program. You, Dead Cell, Olga, you're all nothing but pawns placed to create the perfect simulation. Solidus, you and the boy were selected because your relationship resembles the one between Snake and Big Boss. Fortune, you and the rest of Dead Cell stand in for the Foxhound squad that Snake took on in Shadow Moses. You're the most impressive collection of freaks outside of Foxhound. We've gone to a lot of trouble to set you up against the boy. That story about purified hydrogen bombs is just the tip of the iceberg. The project was already underway when I sunk that tanker, along with your old man 2 years ago. Throwing your husband in the brig was a part of it too. You were told that the eradication of Dead Cell 6 months ago was an act of the Patriots. We provoked and encouraged your hatred. And you opted for vengeance, just as we planned.
All orchestrated?
Except for the appearance of the real Solid Snake. I wonder now who sent for you.
All our misfortune was Just a part of their project? How could...
You're no Lady Luck. You have nothing that we didn't give you.
What?
Do you know why no bullet could hit you? It wasn't magic, or some new age mumbo-jumbo. Certainly wasn't your psychic talents. It was all staged by the Patriots.
Staged?
You were being shielded by the electromagnetic weapons technology that the Patriots developed. Your dead cell comrades loved your father and husband. We needed a pathetic wretch like you to keep them focused. You've been our puppet all along, just like Olga.
No!
You were hamming it up as the tragic heroine, thanks to the script that the Patriots wrote for you. Pure self-indulgence, absorbed in your own misfortune. You couldn't get enough of the drama.
I could have died whenever I wanted to.
Thought I got her in the heart.
It missed.
Now I remember. Your heart's on the right. Waste of metal, my dear, but your luck's run out. This is the little gizmo. There's no such thing as miracles or the supernatural. Only cutting-edge technology. Now that I have enough data, all I have to do is retrieve Arsenal and clean up the refuse from the exercise.
Just try.
Ouais, moi aussi je sais le faire.
How's this then? Damn.
Fortune!
You idiot! Get the hell away from there!
I told you, your luck's run out. Take your reward. It's all the payload Ray has. Die!
Everybody down!
What the? Impossible!
Bah oui, là ça marche parce que YOLO. Tout simplement.
She is Lady Luck.
My name is Helena Dolph Jackson, the daughter of a proud and noble soldier. I can see my family again.
Damn! Try this instead. No! No! No, not now! Brothers! Liquid! I've been waiting for this! It can't be.
I've been inside this arm all along, waiting for the right time to awaken.
You were inside Ocelot?
Yes, a sleeper in the arm of a Patriot spy.
It was you 2 years ago?
Exactly. I was controlling him. Snake, it was I that leaked information about Arsenal to your partner and got you out here.
What?
You're the only one that can free me. After all... I'm off to bury the Patriots for good.
You know where they are? How?
Why do you think I chose Ocelot as my host? But before I go, I have a family matter to settle with both of you. There's room for only one Snake and one big boss. Time to say goodbye!
Damn.
Like surfing, it's a good way to go.
Ah, moi aussi je casse des menottes comme ça.
Hey, Snake, you coming?
Et on se demande qu'il va faire à la nage derrière un Metal Gear, mais bon.
Paul.
What are you laughing at?
Do you know what day it is today?
April 30th?
That's right. George Washington took office as the first president of the United States of America 200 years ago today. And it happened right here. We were going to declare another independence, the dawn of a new nation, here. The end of the Patriots' secret rule, liberation of this country. This was where it was supposed to begin. This is where freedom could have been born.
All you want is power at any cost.
Jack, it's not power I want. What I wanted to take back from the Patriots are things like freedom, civil rights, opportunities. The founding principles of this country. Everything that's about to be wiped out by their digital censorship. Jack, listen to me. We're all born with an expiration date. No one lasts forever. Life is nothing but a grace period for turning the best of our genetic material into the next generation. The data of life is transferred from parent to child. That's how it works. But we have no heirs, no legacy. We brothers are called les enfants terribles, cloned from our father, with the ability to reproduce conveniently engineered out. What is our legacy if we cannot pass the torch? Proof of our existence, a mark of some sort. When the torch is passed on from parent to child, it extends beyond DNA. Information is imparted as well. All I want is to be remembered by other people, by history. The Patriots are trying to protect their power, their own interests, by controlling the digital flow of information. I want my memory, my existence to remain. Unlike an intron of history, I will be remembered as an exon. That will be my legacy, my mark in history. But the Patriots would deny us even that. I will triumph over the Patriots and liberate us all, and we will become the Sons of Liberty!
Ou pas.
Raiden, are you receiving? We're still here.
How's that possible? The AI was destroyed.
Only GW.
Who are you?
To begin with, we're not what you'd call human. Over the past 200 years, a kind of consciousness formed layer by layer in the crucible of the White House. It's not unlike the way life started in the oceans 4 billion years ago.
N'importe quoi.
Primordial soup, a base of evolution. We are formless. We are the very discipline and morality that Americans invoke so often. How can anyone hope to eliminate us? As long as this nation exists, so will we.
Cut the crap! If you're immortal, why would you take away individual freedoms and censor the net?
Jack, don't be silly.
Don't you know that our plans have your interests, not ours, in mind?
What?
Jack, listen carefully, like a good boy.
The mapping of the human genome was completed early this century. As a result, the evolutionary log of the human race lay open to us.
We started with genetic engineering, and in the end, we succeeded in digitizing life itself.
But there are things not covered by genetic information.
What do you mean?
Human memories, ideas, culture, history.
Genes don't contain any record of human history.
Is it something that should not be passed on? Should that information be left at the mercy of nature?
We've always kept records of our lives, through words, pictures, symbols, from tablets to books.
But not all the information was inherited by later generations. A small percentage of the whole was selected and processed, then passed on. Not unlike genes, really.
That's what history is, Jack.
But in the current digitized world, trivial information is accumulating every second, preserved in all its triteness, never fading, always accessible.
Rumors about petty issues, misinterpretations, slander.
All this junk data, preserved in an unfiltered state, growing at an alarming rate.
It will only slow down social progress, reduce the rate of evolution.
Right. You seem to think that our plan is one of censorship.
Are you telling me it's not?
You're being silly. What we propose to do is not to control content, but to create context.
Create context?
The digital society furthers human flaws and selectively rewards development of convenient half-truths. Just look at the strange juxtapositions of morality around you.
Billions spent on new weapons in order to humanely murder other humans.
Rights of criminals are given more respect than the privacy of their victims.
Although there are people suffering in poverty, huge donations are made to protect endangered species. Everyone grows up being told the same thing.
Be nice to other people.
But beat out the competition.
You're special. Believe in yourself and you will succeed.
But it's obvious from the start that only a few can succeed.
You exercise your right to freedom, and this is the result. All rhetoric to avoid conflict and protect each other from hurt. The untested truths, spun by different interests, continue to churn and accumulate in the sandbox of political correctness and value systems.
Everyone withdraws into their own small gated community, afraid of a larger forum. They stay inside their little ponds, leaking whatever truth suits them into the growing cesspool of society at large.
The different cardinal truths neither clash nor mesh. No one is invalidated, but nobody is right.
Not even natural selection can take place here. The world is being engulfed in truth.
And this is the way the world ends. Not with a bang, but a whimper.
We're trying to stop that from happening.
It's our responsibility as rulers. Just as in genetics, unnecessary information and memory must be filtered out to stimulate the evolution of the species.
And you think you're qualified to decide what's necessary and not?
Absolutely. Who else could wade through the sea of garbage you people produce, retrieve valuable truths, and even interpret their meaning for later generations?
That's what it means to create context.
I'll decide for myself what to believe and what to pass on.
But is that even your own idea?
Or something Snake told you?
That's the proof of your incompetence right there. You lack the qualifications to exercise free will.
That's not true. I have the right.
Does something like a self exist inside of you?
That which you call self serves as nothing more than a mask to cover your own being.
In this era of ready-made truths, self is just something used to preserve those positive emotions that you occasionally feel.
Another possibility is that self is a concept you conveniently borrowed under the logic that would endow you with some sense of strength.
That's crap!
Is it? Would you prefer that someone else tell you? All right then. Explain it to him.
Jack, you're simply the best. And you got there all by yourself.
Oh, what happened? Do you feel lost? Why not try a bit of soul searching?
Don't think you'll find anything, though.
Ironic that although self is something that you yourself fashioned, every time something goes wrong, you turn around and place the blame on something else.
It's not my fault. It's not your fault.
In denial, you simply resort to looking for another, more convenient truth in order to make yourself feel better.
Leaving behind in an instant the so-called truth you once embraced.
Should someone like that be able to decide what is truth?
Should someone like you even have the right to decide?
You've done nothing but abuse your freedom.
You don't deserve to be free.
We're not the ones smothering the world. You are.
The individual is supposed to be weak, but far from powerless. A single person has the potential to ruin the world.
In the age of digitized communication, has given even more power to the individual. Too much power for an immature species.
Building a legacy involves figuring out what is wanted and what needs to be done for that goal. All this you used to struggle with. Now, we think for you.
We are your guardians, after all.
You want to control human thought? Human behavior?
Of course. Anything can be quantified nowadays. That's what this exercise was designed to prove.
You fell in love with me just as you were meant to, after all. Isn't that right, Jack?
Ocelot was not told the whole truth, to say the least.
We rule an entire nation. Of what interest would a single soldier, no matter how able, be to us?
The S3 plan does not stand for solid snake simulation. What it does stand for is selection for societal sanity. The S3 is a system for controlling human will and consciousness. S3 is not you, a soldier trained in the image of Solid Snake. It is a method, a protocol that created a circumstance that made you what you are.
So you see, we're the S3, not you.
What you experienced was the final test of its effectiveness.
That's crazy.
You heard what President Johnson said.
The Arsenal's GW system is the key to their supremacy.
The objective of this exercise was to establish such a method. We used Shadow Moses as a paradigm for the exercise.
I wonder if you would have preferred a fantasy setting.
We chose that backdrop because of its extreme circumstances. It was an optimal test for S3's crisis management capacity. If the model could trigger, control, and solve this, it would be ready for any contingency. And now, we have our proof. Raiden, there are also reasons behind your selection. Solidus raised plenty of other child soldiers. Do you know why we chose you over them? It was because you were the only one who refused to acknowledge the past. All the others remember what they were and pay for it daily.
But you turn your back on everything you don't like. You do whatever you like, see only the things you like, and for yourself alone.
Yes, Rose can attest to that.
You refused to see me for what I was. I lied to you, but I wanted to be caught. You pretended to be understanding, to be a gentleman. You never made a conscious attempt to reach out to me. The only time you did was when I gave you no choice but to do so.
I was just trying not to...
What? Trying not to hurt me? Dear, the one you were trying not to hurt was yourself. Avoiding the truth under the guise of kindness is all that you did. It occurred to you to do nothing but look out for yourself. Even if you claim that it was for my sake, that feeling was nowhere to be seen. In the end, everything was for your sake. I was never part of the picture.
Exactly right. So you see, you're a perfect representative of the masses we need to protect. This is why we chose you. You accepted the fiction we've provided, obeyed our orders, and did everything you were told to. The exercise is a resounding success.
Didn't I tell you that GW was still incomplete? But not anymore, thanks to you.
Your persona, experiences, triumphs, and defeats are nothing but byproducts. The real objective was ensuring that we could generate and manipulate them. It's taken a lot of time and money, but it was well worth it considering the results. I think that's enough talk. It's time for the final exercise. Raiden, take Solidus down.
Think again. I'm through doing what I'm told.
Oh, really? Aren't you forgetting something?
If you die, my child dies.
The termination of vital signals from your nanomachines means the death of Olga's child. Not to mention the death of Rose. She's wired the same way.
Rose, does she actually exist?
Of course I do, Jack. You have to believe me.
Damn!
It will be a fight to the death.
Solidus at least wants you dead.
We will collect the necessary data from this last fight. Then we'll consider the exercise closed. So, Jack the Ripper, will it be Solidus, the Patriot's creation, or you, Solidus's creation? Our beloved monsters, enjoy yourselves.
Jack, my son. My clone brothers and I are called monsters, replicates of evil genes. You are one of a kind, but still a monster, shaped by a dark and secret history. We need to decide which monstrosity will have the privilege of survival. By the way, Jack, I was the one who killed your parents.
Ah! Nouvelle révélation, allez!
I claimed you for my own and raised you as a soldier in the army of the devil. I am your foster father and your worst enemy.
Why?
Because I needed to know whether we were really someone else's creation. We're repeating history, Jack. Liquid and Solid hunted down Big Boss, trying to sever the tie that bound them to him. Unless you kill me and face your past, Jack, you will never escape. You'll stay in the endless loop, your own double helix. It's time we were both free.
C'était bien visé. Et bien tranchant aussi, apparemment.
I have other reasons for wanting you dead. The clues to the Patriots inside GW have been erased, but there are other traces. Inside you.
What?
Nanomachine.
Is being carried by the nanomachines in your
Ouais.
cerebral cortex and throughout the neural network they formed. Brace yourself.
Qu'est-ce que je hais ce combat de base. Enfin, en tout cas, en extrême, il m'avait bien cassé les couilles. Ah bon. Tac, tac, tac. Putain, bâtard. Ah ouais. Ok. Merde. D'accord. Les hitbox elles sont dégueulasses, plus la caméra. Vraiment une horreur ce combat. Ah mais... D'accord. Mais... On est pas censé être aussi lent mon perso là. Prends tes coups. Ah bon. J'ai lâché la touche, j'aurais peut-être pas dû.
Right. You have to beat Solidus. This is your last duty.
We're not just pawns in some simulation game, you know.
Yes, you are. You're nothing but mere weapons. No different from fighter jets or tanks.
What the?
The old model destroyed 4 years ago was Rex.
The new amphibious model is Ray.
Both of these are the same as the code names used by the U.S. Armed Forces to refer to Japanese warplanes during World War II.
Your code name, Raiden 2, comes from the Japanese Navy's name for one of its interceptors.
Stop it. I'm not a weapon.
Oh, really? Do you know the code name the U.S. Armed Forces used for the Japanese fighter Raiden?
It was Jack. Both of you are just weapons to be used and thrown away.
Just weapons to be used on the battlefield. Just pawns in a game. Exactly as you said.
And a weapon has no right to think for itself. Now, it's time to fulfill your purpose. Defeat Solidus.
Ouais, mais si je le bats, ça n'a rien à voir avec vous. Hein. Merde, putain, mais... Calmez votre joie, monsieur. Hein. Ah bon. Ah mais... Bâtard. Ah, les hitbox sont vraiment mal branlés. Hein. Time. Après, j'essaie de me rappeler de la strat que j'utilise en extrême en même temps, parce que sinon, balai qu'on soit le combat dans cette difficulté, mais bon. Bon, bah, rip Solidus.
knows who or what they are. The memories you have and the role you were assigned are burdens you had to carry. It doesn't matter if they were real or not. That's never the point. There's no such.
C'est vrai qu'on peut zoomer dans la cinématique, j'avais oublié.
Most of what they call real is actually fiction. What you think you see is only as real as your brain tells you it is.
Then, what am I supposed to believe in? What am I going to leave behind when I'm through?
We can tell other people about having faith. What we had faith in. What we found important enough to fight for. It's not whether you were right or wrong, but how much faith you were willing to have. That decides the future. The Patriots are a kind of ongoing fiction too, come to think of it. Listen, don't obsess over words so much. Find the meaning behind the words, then decide. You can find your own name. And your own future.
Decide for myself?
And whatever you choose will be you.
I don't know if I can.
I know you didn't have much in terms of choices this time. But everything you felt, thought about during this mission is yours. And what you decide to do with them is your choice.
You mean start over?
Yeah, a clean slate, a new name, new memories. Choose your own legacy. It's for you to decide. It's up to you. By the way, what is that?
Dog tags.
Anyone you know?
No, never heard the name before. I'll pick my own name, and my own life. I'll find something worth passing on. They taught me some good things, too.
I know. We've inherited freedom from all those who fought for it. We all have the freedom to spread the word, even me.
Snake, what about Olga's child?
Don't worry. I'll find him. Count on it. As long as you keep yourself alive, he's safe.
Do you know where Liquid went?
I put a transmitter on his ray.
Did he head for the Patriots?
Yeah, but I have a feeling they gave Ocelot a bogus location to begin with. Cheer up. We have a better lead. This contains the list of all the Patriots.
But Ocelot took it.
The one we gave you wasn't the real thing.
What?
This virus is coded to destroy only a specific part of GW, namely the information about the Patriots' identity. Which means that there's a parameter coded in here that defines what that information is.
I get it. Analyze the code and you can probably find out where they operate. Count me in.
No, you have things to do first. And people you need to talk to.
Rose est réelle ou pas? Alors c'est un faux souvenir, on ne sait pas. Peut-être que rien de tout ça n'est réel, peut-être que tout ça est un jeu vidéal.
Snake?
What's wrong?
Ah, on vient de voir Vamp en arrière sur la gauche.
Can I ask you something? Who am I, really?
Il était là-bas. Ou derrière la meuf, je sais plus. Ah non, il est là. Ah, la meuf.
Yeah.
See me for what I am, okay?
I know.
Do you remember this place?
Of course. This is where we first met. I remember now.
Hmm?
Today is the day I met you.
That's it.
I think I found something to pass along to the future.
What?
He said all living things want their genes to live on.
Are you talking about the baby?
Yeah. But genes aren't the only thing you pass on. There are too many things that aren't written into our DNA. It's up to us to teach that to our children.
What kind of things?
About the environment, our ideas, our culture, poetry, compassion, sorrow, joy. We'll tell them everything together.
Is that a proposal?
This is for your ears only.
I stare at the stars and the sky.
Voilà, enfin fini. Bon, il reste une scène évidemment post-générique qui gâche encore plus le scénario, je trouve. C'est le scénario je vois de plus en plus de gens dire que le jeu avait 20 ans d'avance, machin et tout, mais les gars, faut arrêter la drogue, hein. Faut regarder d'autres trucs, des films, des séries, parce que putain, waouh. C'est bourré de problèmes, mais vraiment de partout. Des trucs non expliqués, parce qu'en fait, je pense que eux-mêmes savaient pas. Et puis surtout, le côté IA, déjà, ça n'a rien à voir avec l'IA qu'on a IRL aujourd'hui, là, les IA génératives qui ne sont pas du tout de l'IA au sens strict du terme. Mais en plus de ça, l'IA d'MGS2, c'est de la copie totale d'IA de film. Il faut savoir que Kojima étant fan de ciné, ça se voit de loin, quoi. Il n'y a rien d'exceptionnel. Et en plus, derrière, faut rajouter, donc comme je dis, les grosses incohérences qu'il y a à peu près partout. Plus un gros problème de scénario qui est que t'as un scénario qui se veut simpliste au début, enfin simpliste, façon de parler, mais assez simple, tu apprends des trucs petit à petit, et au final, à la fin, t'as 4 milliards de révélations qui sortent toutes de nulle part. Vraiment, c'est en mode... Alors, c'est bien de garder des trucs pour la fin, mais là, c'est abusé, quoi. C'est exagéré, c'est vraiment... Enfin bref. Pour moi, c'est vraiment un des pires MGS qui soit. Après, niveau gameplay, ça va, c'est sympathique, mais bon. Par exemple, l'histoire de... L'exemple typique, hein, l'histoire de Raiden. Donc le mec qu'on veut nous faire passer pour l'espèce de relève de Snake en mode il va réapprendre des machins et tout. Puis finalement à la fin, ouais mais en fait non, c'est déjà un soldat avant, machin, un enfant soldat, et puis on l'a choisi pour cette raison. Et puis, oh, vas-y c'est bon, fermez vos gueules, ça marche plus du coup le truc du début. Enfin je sais pas, c'est... C'est quoi cette blondinette là? C'est un enfant soldat lui? Le machin c'est une brindille. Bon après il sera stylé dans le 4. Mais, Puis Rose elle est insupportable. Mais enfin bon, voilà, c'est bourré de défauts. Bon, après tous les MGS en ont, hein, mais alors le 2, waouh. L'écriture. Bon, cela dit, l'écriture de base de Kojima, j'ai beau aimer ces jeux, enfin ces jeux, la saga MGS. Ouais. Ouais. Je pense qu'heureusement qu'il devait pas être tout seul sur certains points, parce que quand tu vois l'écriture de Death Stranding, par exemple, waouh, ouh, elle fait mal. Puis c'est pareil, le jeu est trop long, donc là je parle de MGS2, mais c'est pareil pour Death Stranding, mais le jeu est trop long par rapport à ce que ça raconte aussi. Parce que quand t'as toutes les révélations à la fin, tu te dis ouais mais est-ce qu'il y avait besoin de faire genre 5 heures de cinématique finalement? 5 heures de blabla? Bah non, vraiment pas. Bah après ça justifie aussi le gameplay, mais bon, il y avait peut-être mieux à faire quoi. Le 1 et le 3 sont largement mieux de ce côté-là. N'en déplaise à certains, mais... Pourtant les deux ont des défauts. Hein. Le 3 notamment en termes de gameplay. Et le 1, niveau histoire, il y a des trucs... Ouais. D'autant que le 1 a un peu ce même problème de révélation finale, mais moindre. Enfin, le 3 aussi, ouais, un peu ce problème-là, mais... Par exemple, le 4, je peux pas juger, je me rappelle plus, et le 5... le 5, c'est tellement un gameplay qui donne pas envie d'en faire le jeu. Je parle de Phantom Pain, hein, évidemment. C'est Ground Zero, c'était sympa, mais bah, trop court, donc voilà. Voilà. Bon. Malheureusement, je suppose que... Ouais, on peut pas passer le générique, c'est vrai que depuis tout à l'heure, j'essaye pas, mais... Je vais quand même attendre pour la scène post-générique qui vraiment détruit totalement le reste du jeu. C'est vraiment encore plus incohérent que tout le reste. Déjà le reste, tu dis bon, ça peut se tenir vite fait, et encore, tu t'y connais un tout petit peu en informatique, tu te dis qu'il y a des trucs qui vont pas, tu connais un tout petit peu... Tu te dis qu'en film ou autre, tu te dis qu'il y a... Ouais, non, ça marche pas du tout, quoi. Surtout pour les gens qui ont peur de l'IA d'aujourd'hui, alors que l'IA d'aujourd'hui, encore une fois, c'est pas de l'IA, hein, c'est pas de l'intelligence. C'est artificiel si vous voulez, mais putain, waouh. À part ça, vraiment, c'est du scripting élaboré, quoi. C'est vrai que ce que ChatGPT fait en termes de conversation, j'entends bien conversation, parce qu'à la base, c'est une IA générative de conversationnel. Des scripts faisaient la même chose à l'époque sur MSN+. Voilà. Donc autant dire que il faisait même mieux. Vraiment faisait mieux. Donc rien de révolutionnaire. Après ouais, c'est censé être conversationnel, mais ça peut aller chercher sur internet, même si ça te sort des sources qui te sortent de nulle part. Enfin voilà, c'est codé un peu bizarrement. Ça te brosse dans le sens du poil, les gens passent, mais bon. Mais ça n'a rien à voir, ça ne réfléchit pas, hein, et c'est pas demain la veille que ça va réfléchir, a priori. Alors après, ouais, c'est capable d'imiter des voix, ouais, c'est capable de faire ci, mais bon, un petit peu aucun rapport. D'ailleurs, là, l'IA, à la fin, nous dit que, globalement qu'elle est née d'elle-même sur les 200 ans qui sont passés dans la... C'est très bizarre aussi, enfin bref, il y a vraiment des gros problèmes. Puis les sous-titres aident pas aussi, hein, parce que les sous-titres... Waouh. Waouh. On se plaint de la VF, il y en a plein qui se plaignent de la VF d'MGS1, mais les gars, les sous-titres d'MGS2, est-ce qu'on en parle? Est-ce qu'on en parle vraiment? Parce que bon... Sachant que c'est pas des petits jeux, hein. Autant MGS1, je sais pas si à l'époque c'était un gros jeu ou pas, parce qu'il y avait Metal Gear 1 et 2, mais chez nous pas spécialement connu, donc après ailleurs je sais pas. Mais MGS2, qui arrivait après MGS1, qui avait été, je crois, un gros succès, et qui a pas mal marqué le monde du jeu vidéo de base, hein, dans tous les cas, la saga. Ouais, comment tu te permets d'avoir des sous-titres aussi mal foutus, quoi? Moi, je comprends pas. Inadmissible. Vraiment totalement inadmissible. Ah, le fameux dialogue post-générique. Qui, je crois, même dans le 4, n'a pas réellement d'explication. Le machin passe à la trappe tellement ça veut rien dire. De mémoire, je dis bien de mémoire, parce que le 4, c'est très longtemps que je l'ai pas fait, mais... Ah non, c'est pas ce
Growth
dialogue-là.
isn't just about passing on your genes. We can leave behind much more than just DNA. Through speech, music, literature, and movies, what we've seen, heard, felt, anger, joy, and sorrow. These are the things I will pass on. That's what I live for. We need to pass the torch and let our children read our messy and sad history by its light. We have all the magic of the digital age to do that with. The human race will probably come to an end sometime, and new species may rule over this planet. Earth may not be forever, but we still have the responsibility to leave what traces of life we can. Building the future and keeping the past alive are one and the same thing.
Snake, you there? It's me. I've finished going over that disc.
Did you find the Patriots list?
Of course. It contains the personal data of 12 people. There was a name on it. Snake, it was one of our biggest contributors.
What's going on around here?
I don't know.
Anyway, where are they?
Well, we were right about them being on Manhattan, but...
But what?
They're already dead. All 12 of them.
When did it happen?
Well, about 100 years ago.
What the hell?
Donc là, on est en train de nous dire que dans les 12 personnes, il y a le nom d'un de leurs plus gros donateurs, donc ils connaissent son nom de base, vu qu'ils savent que c'est un de leurs donateurs, mais que ces 12 personnes sont censées être mortes il y a 100 ans. Donc ça veut dire que leurs plus gros donateurs, ils sont censés savoir de base qu'il est censé être mort il y a plus de 100 ans et ça leur a pas fait tilt avant. C'est que ça, MGS2. C'est que ça, c'est un peu dommage. Ah bah après, je vais quand même rajouter un truc, c'est qu'il y en a beaucoup qui disent que le jeu est nanardesque, le 1, le 2, enfin la saga MGS en général. Je crois que ces gens par contre ne savent pas ce qu'est un nanar, parce que j'ai beau critiquer MGS2, il y a beau y avoir plein de défauts dans les MGS, bien que ce soit une saga que j'adore, hein, c'est sans doute ma saga préférée de base, je suis désolé, mais un nanar c'est pas ça. Vraiment, c'est pas ça du tout. Allez regarder un vrai nanar et on pourra en reparler. Parce qu'un nanar, c'est les prods trauma, c'est des trucs. Ça n'a rien à voir avec ça, hein, les gars. Enfin bref. Moi, sur ce, je vais pouvoir m'arrêter là. Le prochain jeu, il y a des chances donc que ce soit une rétrospective, là, je sais plus parler, sur Unmetal, comme je l'avais déjà dit. Faut que je vois, on verra comment ça se passe. Et puis voilà, mais je sais pas quand, et je peux pas garantir à 100% que ce sera ça, mais il y a des chances que ce soit ça, sinon bah, jeudi prochain, la suite et la fin de The Thing Remastered qui sort sur la chaîne, rediffusion du live de jeudi dernier. Voilà, voilà. Sur ce, je vous remercie d'avoir regardé ce stream, et je vous dis à la prochaine. Ciao, ciao.